Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Real Betis in the Europa League round of 16 second leg. So I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, David De Gea. David De Gea was in goal in Manchester United's 0-0 draw with Southampton. He did make some crucial saves in that game. Not so long ago, David De Gea won Save of the Month because he made a fantastic save to deny Iheanacho in Manchester United's 3-0 win against Leicester. De Gea is Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper. He could possibly leave on a free at the end of the season because De Gea is out of contract at the end of the season. De Gea has been a long-serving player at the club. He's endured around 12 years at Manchester United. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era, and he's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. Man United did get David De Gea from Atletico Madrid for around 17 million. Right back, I'm going to go with Diego Dalot. I think he'll come in for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was the one that started against Southampton. Bissaka's played a lot of games this season. Obviously, earlier on in the season, Dalot had a couple of injuries. And since the World Cup, Dalot has struggled. So that's why we've decided to go with Wan-Bissaka ahead of him. But I'd still say Dalot is Manchester United's first choice right back. The two centre-halves, I'm going to go with Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire. I think Maguire will come in for Martinez. Varane, he played in the 0-0 draw with Southampton. I thought he put a good performance out. Defensively was good. He had a good opportunity in the game, so he was unlucky not to score. And he made a vital block. Harry Maguire, obviously he didn't play against Southampton. Harry Maguire is not Man United's first choice centre-half. He hasn't been our first choice centre-half since the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. The other week, he said Manchester United have put Harry Maguire up for sale. It said Maguire will lose Man United 40 million if he leaves in the summer as expected. Manchester United did get Harry Maguire from Leicester in a deal worth 80 million. Man United definitely overpaid for him. When Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. You revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. He's too inconsistent, is Maguire. Lindelof, do you think he could play a part in this game? Well, he's been out with a fever, so he may not be able to play any part. Left back, I'm going to go with Luke Shaw. Yeah, Luke Shaw, of course, played against Southampton. Luke Shaw, I think, enjoyed a good season. He was very poor, though, in the 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool. Could have been sent off in that game. But apart from the Liverpool game, I think he's done really well. Shaw's been a long-serving player at the club. He's enjoyed around 9 years or so at Man United. He is injury-prone, which is a concern. He was also injury-prone when he was at Southampton. But yeah, like I said, he's still our first choice left back despite the arrival of Terrell Malaysia. The two centre midfielders, I'm going to go with Casemiro and Fred. As you all know, Casemiro played against Southampton. Casemiro got sent off. It was a harsh decision. It was Casemiro's second red this season, so now he will serve a 4-game ban in the league. Revert back to February, Casemiro served a 3-match ban. The biggest talking point of the game against Southampton was Casemiro sending off. After the game, Erik ten Hag hit out at inconsistent referees after Casemiro saw red. Man United decided not to appeal against Casemiro's red card. But Casemiro's really made an impact since he come to United. Man United got Casemiro from Real Madrid in a deal worth 70 million with add-ons included. Fred, he didn't start against Southampton, but he did come off the bench. You know, Casemiro was the holding midfielder against Southampton. Against Southampton, ten Hag went what with the 4-1-4-1 formation. Fred, you know, I think he's improved this season, so I've been impressed with him. Fred may stay at Manchester United in the summer. You know, Fred is still one of our first choice centre midfielders despite the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Fred's contract by 1 year. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million. McTominay is an option, but can't see him starting this game. Sabitzer, of course, has been out with a knock. Eriksen, of course, he's still out with an ankle injury, so he won't be available for this game. The attacking midfielder, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes played in the 0-0 draw against Southampton. Fernandes was unlucky not to score in that game because he had a good chance. The Southampton goalkeeper saved it on to the post. Bruno Fernandes, in the first leg against Real Betis, scored, and he also provided an assist. After the game, Erik ten Hag did mention that Bruno Fernandes was the best player, and he praised Bruno Fernandes' personality after his superb performance against Real Betis. Prior to the first leg, you know, ten Hag did say that Bruno Fernandes will remain Man United captain. He said Bruno Fernandes is Man United's inspiration. In the 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool, Bruno Fernandes was lucky not to be sent off. You know, he nudged the assistant referee. The FA decided to take no action. You know, it was his disgrace what Bruno Fernandes did in that game. But, you know, Fernandes does look a far superior player without Ronaldo in the team. On the left wing, I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford played in the 0-0 draw with Southampton. He had a chance in that game. Rashford scored the opening goal in the first leg against Real Betis. He could have had more than the one goal in the first leg. Could have had 2 or 3 goals with the chances he had. Rashford's got 26 goals in all competitions this season. What a season he's enjoying. This is definitely his best season as a United player. Rashford recently won Premier League Player of the Month for the 3rd time this season. But yeah, Rashford on the left. You can play him up top. He's played up top a few times this season. He's very effective there as well as the wing. But I think he'll go on the left-hand side in this game. On the right wing, I'm going to go with Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, of course, played in the 0-0 draw with Southampton. You know, Sancho was playing alongside Bruno Fernandes. Anthony, he's not available for this game because he's got a fever. And Garnacho's definitely not available for this game because Garnacho came off injured against Southampton. He left Old Trafford on crutches. Garnacho's going to be out for several weeks. So yeah, it will be Jadon Sancho on the right wing. Sancho had a fever not so long ago. Earlier on in the season, missed a lot of football due to personal reasons. Don't forget Sancho came off the bench and scored in the 3-0 win against Leicester. He scored from close range. It was good team play. And Sancho came off the bench and rescued a point for Man United against Leeds at Old Trafford. That was on his Premier League return after nearly 4 months out. Man United got Sancho from Borussia Dortmund in a deal worth 78 million. And up top, I'm going to go with Wout Weghorst. Anthony Martial is still unavailable. The other week it said he'd returned back to training, but the first leg against Real Betis had come too soon for him. Weghorst, of course, played in the 0-0 draw with Southampton. He actually had a chance in that game as well. Weghorst in the first leg against Real Betis scored his first Old Trafford goal. Could have had more than the one goal though because he had other chances, plus he had a goal ruled out for offside in the first leg. Weghorst has got 2 goals in total so far for Man United. Man United have got Weghorst on loan until the end of the season. So that's how I think Manchester United could line up against Real Betis this evening. Manchester United are more or less into the last day of the Europa League. You know, Manchester United beat Real Betis 4-1 at Old Trafford in the first leg. I think Man United have got a good chance of winning the Europa League. You know, don't get me wrong, there's still some good teams in it. The last time Man United won the Europa League was back in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 0-0 draw with Southampton. It was a disappointing result. Man United dropped 2 points. And I said it was an end-to-end game. You know, both teams had their opportunities, but I said Southampton actually had the better opportunities. But Man United are winless now in their last 2 league games. But I'm backing Erik ten Hag. He's the right manager for Manchester United. You know, we've had quite a few setbacks under him this season, but we've recovered from them well, so I haven't changed my perception on the manager. You can see the progress Ten Hag has made this season. You know, won us the Carabao Cup, that was his first trophy as United manager, and Man United's first trophy in 6 years. Got us to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, more or less got us to the quarterfinals of the Europa League and got us up to 3rd in the league. And I revert back to the start of this season, I did say Ten Hag's expectations this season would be to get Man United a top 4 finish. You know, Ten Hag not so long ago won Premier League Manager of the Month for February. He's like 11 months into his reign now as Man United manager. He's under contract with the club until 2025. He's our 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. But yeah, this evening I'm expecting Man United to beat Real Betis. Like I've said, Real Betis are not a good team, but they're not a bad team either, so they're average. Real Betis drew recently with Villarreal 1-1. They're like 5th in La Liga. The Real Betis manager is Manuel Pellegrini. You know, he's been the Real Betis manager for over 2 years. He got appointed in as the Real Betis manager back in August 2020. He's under contract with Real Betis till 2025. Manuel Pellegrini's managed quite a lot of clubs in his managerial career. He's managed in the Premier League before, you know, managed Man City, won the title when he was manager of City. He managed West Ham. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League, and before managed the likes of Villarreal, Real Madrid, Malaga, River Plate, and he's managed other clubs. Some of the players Real Betis have got, they've obviously got Perez. You know, he's on loan at Real Betis from Leicester. Don't forget Perez scored the equaliser in the first leg at Old Trafford. Nabil Fekir, he won't be playing any part because he's out with injury until September. William Jose, I think Real Betis got him from Real Sociedad. They've got Juan Cruz, he's injured. Luis Felipe, it's been confirmed that he'll be missing the game this evening because he picked up an injury. They got Luis Enrique, Rodri, William Carvalho. So there are quite a few of the players that Real Betis do have. Don't forget, in a friendly last year, Real Betis beat Manchester United 1-0. Man United, of course, after Real Betis play Fulham in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Now, obviously, you know the news regarding the transfers. You know the news on Harry Kane. It's recently come out and said that Man United are determined to avoid Harry Kane nightmare scenario. Man United are fearing entering negotiations with Daniel Levy. You know how ruthless Daniel Levy is when it comes to transfers. And it says Tottenham are not willing to sell Harry Kane in the summer. Tottenham have already begun talks over a new contract. I said if Tottenham were to finish outside the top 4 this season, Tottenham were going to lower their 100 million price tag for Kane. You know, we've recently inquired about João Palhinha from Fulham. Liverpool entered the race. We revived his interest in Frenkie de Jong. We've been linked with Victor Osimhen from Napoli. The other week he came out and said he dreams of playing in the Premier League. He's been a target for Chelsea. So there are quite a few of the players we are linked with. You know, Ten Hag's looking to make more signings in the summer. You know, he's looking to bring in a central striker and a central midfielder. You know, Ten Hag's obviously put players up for sale. He's put around 6 or 7 up for sale to fund summer spending. The summer transfer window will be Ten Hag's 3rd transfer window as Man United manager. So anyway guys, on my next video, I'll be giving you an update on the Qataris and all that. So take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very soon.